I'm Jesse Chase. This is how horses think. This is Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart's been a little bit of a problem child, and you may recognize her from one of our earlier videos where we talked about how you can tell when a horse is ready to ride when you first start breaking them. In that video, Pop-Tart was not ready to ride, and we continue to joke that she is still not ready to ride. So this is a horse that gets really, really tight. She does a lot of thinking, and she's got a very, very quick brain and very, very quick feet. And what I want to talk about is how important it is to not go after your face too early. As we're riding along, we can see this horse has an understanding of how to give to pressure. And she knows where to go from that pressure. That's good enough for me at this stage. Now the issue with Pop-Tart is she doesn't go where we point her. She'll do a lot of riding sideways. She gets real tight. She wants to come up above the bridle. And I'm going to demonstrate that at the lope today. And I'm going to take her from this trot to that lope and kind of talk you through how I'm not going to let what she's doing, I'm not going to let the ride turn into you've got to put your head down. This is about face. In this early stages, if she wants her head up, I want her head up. So I'm going to do a real ugly lope departure here. Try and get to it. She's pushing there, pushing through that left side. Now we're up and in it. And you can see that head's up, but all I'm worried about is my guide. I want her to go with my hands when I move them. I want her to go forward when I tell her to go forward. So I'm going to move her in there again. And then I might slow her down just a little, but I'm going to try not to pull hard enough that she just drops her chin right into her chest and runs through that bridle. That's sort of one of the big fears of going after that bridle too quickly is a horse like Pop-Tart here would be more than happy just to hide her chin down into her chest and run off with you. I'm sure of that. So I'm just trying to worry about putting boundaries on her left side and a low pressure zone to her right to bring her in. Maybe close up both boundaries to get her to go forward. Boundary on the left side sort of snugs up. Little low pressure zone to the inside. And I'm just trying to take her energy and get it to flow in the direction that I need her to go. And then over time, I can take a little feel of her mouth and just sort of ride her where I need her to go and just wait till she relaxes off of that bit just a little bit. There, that was enough for me. We'll do it again. See if she'll just relax into that a little bit. Easier said than done. There we go, soften to me. Good. This isn't the poster child of how a young horse should be riding at this stage of the game. She's pretty enough, she's athletic enough, she's worth some extra time and effort to see if she'll make a good show horse. There's so much good quality here I don't want to give up on. At the same time, you can see that just by using that techniques, this horse is going to decide over time whether she comes into my program, whether she wants to be a good horse or not. And I haven't changed the subject and made everything about put your head down. Put your head down, frame, bridle. There's so much more I need to go after before I worry about that. And if you go after that frame and bridle too quickly, what you wind up with is a horse that'll behave as long as you have them under your thumb and you have them contained. But then when you let them go, they're looking out. They're looking to get as far away from you as possible. Just like maybe you have a dog that behaves itself when it's on a leash. Once you take it off the leash and it gets 30 feet from you where it knows you can't get it, it's gonna just ignore everything you say. So what I'm teaching this horse by allowing her to put her head in any position and still exercising control of her is it doesn't matter where you go, how far from me you get, I can come back in and still take control over this situation. See what we got the other way. Do my terrible lope departure, get her feet moving. Hey, that wasn't too bad. So again, she's wanting to be real high-headed. That's actually where a lot of that coughing's coming from, is her trying to breathe with her head that high. So if I made everything about this horse's face, everything about putting her head down, and like there, she tried to take me somewhere I didn't want to go, I can just address it with her head up. But if I'm over framing this horse and working too hard on my frame, and she tries to take me somewhere I'm not wanting to go, the first thing she's going to do is throw her head up in the air to try and take me there. So then the subject gets changed. I don't get to address that she's trying to go somewhere I haven't asked her to go. I've actually got to address that she threw her head up in the air. So the subject got changed away from what the real problem was, and I had to address that secondary portion of it. And this is actually, she's starting to relax, she's starting to get comfortable, starting to reach down into my hands just a little bit. That head will come down eventually. Good. I actually kind of liking how this feels. Whoa. So remember, priority one's your steering. Priority two's that you can go forward. Make sure you can get this animal from point A to point B. If they want their head up in the air, you want their head up in the air. Even if it's up there for no other reason, then that horse gets to spend that time figuring out they're not really comfortable like that and they don't like it up there, and it becomes a place they don't want to go. And steering first, then you can add your frame later as that horse relaxes. Don't make every problem you have about the face and about frame.